Hey friend, welcome to Soul Line. This is Jamie. Let's check in, Pisces, for your energies. Sun, moon and rising will be the most dominant here, but it can be for any Pisces placement. Let's see what is going on to support your journey right now as we look at the week ahead. I hope you had a good weekend. I've been thinking a lot of those in Texas right now with the flood. The flood happening over there and the loss. All right, first up we've got the Empress and the Fool energy. We have got the Two of Swords, the Six of Wands and the Four of Cups. We do have the full moon this week as well. So we'll see what that brings us as well, Pisces, for the week. We have got the Four of Wands. We have got the Nine of Pentacles. And then the Ten of Cups. Okay, and underneath we have the World energy. All right, so let's connect in. All right, friends. So the Empress, the Fool, and the Two of Swords. You could be questioning achieving something right now, or something that you've stepped into, applied for, or contemplating applying for, whether or not something is going to come towards you here. Holding the Empress energy is showing us that, you know, you're really connected, I feel, to yourself right now, to where you sit in the world. How things feel. There's just this, I feel there's this strength that you're holding, Pisces, to achieve something, okay? And the achievement is coming with this full energy, something that you want to go towards. Maybe it's to create something new, like I said, to apply towards something or to connect with someone. Interestingly though, with this Two of Swords, with the Six of Wands, it's like you're waiting for the confirmation or the validation or the win to come through. So whatever that you're attempting to do here, you at the moment you may feel like you're missing something. And it's interesting, my candle just went out. It's like you're contemplating or questioning, are you missing something here? You know, maybe you're feeling the universe right now isn't delivering, and that could be part of what the question is, or what this pathway is for you right now, you know, in terms of direction. Should you keep putting yourself forward? Should you keep trying? These seems to be the energy of what's coming through. With the Page of Pentacles, the Four of Wands, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Ten of Cups is kind of showing that this idea of missing something or not achieving something, or the waiting period here, I feel like an opportunity is presenting itself, okay, with this Page of Pentacles. This is talking about your skills. This is talking about your talent, but it also could be talking about the offer and opportunity that's coming on in, okay? Receiving something here. It's like you just want a bite, you know, in terms of, I'm heading in the right direction. You know, that confirmation I feel is what's coming through. But I feel like something here you just feel is missing or is not connecting to the way that you hoped. So maybe some of you are putting yourself out there in dating. Maybe some of you are putting yourself out there in terms of creating something, a project, a work opportunity. But I do like with the Four of Wands, the Nine of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups, you know, this is the pathway, the gateway, the connection, the union, the excitement of achievement, okay, and something that's going to make you very, very happy at the end of the day. You do have the World energy, the Ace of Cups and the Star. So, you know, you've got the Ace of Cups here, which is also this cup, this blessing, receiving, you know, something here. So I feel like Spirit's letting you know, like, keep holding on, you know, that the reward success is on the other side of this thing that you've been hoping for in terms of coming together or working out for you. I feel it's kind of in the works here right now, okay? Let's have a look underneath and what could be challenging or influencing this. What do we need to know? Thank you, Spirit. Okay, you've got the Hangman. So again, some form of like waiting energy is showing up here to see what's happening. Where's this going? we have got the Two of Wands with the Emperor energy. So it seems like some plans or partnership could potentially be in the works here, okay? But it just seems like a bit of a waiting game right now to see what is happening next, to see the evolution of something, you know, come into play, or whether or not you can, you know, pull something off in a certain position in terms of this dynamic, because we do have the Emperor, the Empress, so it could be like a major partnership here in love, in career, working with someone. It feels like you're wanting to connect with something a bit larger than what you're doing right now, or take things and move things to the next level with this energy, okay? Because this comes in, while it's individual, the Nine of Pentacles, it can also be an individual who feels recognized, and the steps that they're taking is in support of their goals. And I'm taking that as you here, Pisces, right? It's like you just want to feel grounded and feel accomplished, that everything that you're putting energy into will come around, right? That's how this is feeling right now. Where this is all heading, you do have the Three of Cups. You do have the Page of Swords. This could be people getting together and having some conversation. But let's see. We've got the High Priestess, the Eight of Cups. We've got the Six of Cups, the Hermit with the Sun. This is beautiful. Okay. And underneath we've got the Wheel of Fortune. So to have the Sun and the Wheel of Fortune on the bottom, whatever's shifting here seems to be quite positive. It's interesting though, because you do have the Eight of Cups also showing up, which is letting us know that there's something here that could be missing for you. We also have the Four of Cups in the center of the read. So something here is missing for you. But it's like you're calling on change. You're trying to work towards something, seeking change here. Whatever this change is that you're seeking or wanting to get a hold of and wanting to see come to life, with this Three of Cups and Page of Swords, there just could be also a little bit of gossip or a little bit of talk here. The Three of Cups, yes, while it can be people coming together, being connected, you know, feeling good about it, Page of Swords can also be talk, okay, conversations, or trying to get to the finer details on maybe how to achieve something. But the High Priestess with the Eight of Cups, something needs to shift and change here is what's being called, okay? And the Six of Cups to the Hermit energy, there's some reflection here of the past, okay? So maybe that's all that you're seeking. You know, if you are reflecting on where you've been and what you've been doing and how the situation has evolved or your life has evolved, I feel like there's definitely something that you're looking back on what you can potentially do differently. Or maybe Spirit's asking you to potentially do something differently, because there's something here about a conversation or the way that you're connecting with people, or being open to have these conversations here. I feel you're being asked for, but there's something about your intuition or something here that maybe too you need to be honest with yourself on what needs to change or what you need to move away from here. I'm going to dive in a little bit deeper, but I like that we do have the Sun, because this is letting us know here that in reflection, introspection, things are going to become clear. There's going to be a lot of reward at the end of this. But there's definitely something more here about this situation. Let's get a little bit more and take a peek. Let's get a little bit on this Four of Cups energy and what this is about. Four of Cups energy. Look, cut it right with the Sun again. Four of Cups energy. What do we need to know? Four of Cups. Okay, so you've got the Two of Inspiration, which is the Two of Wands. You also have the Two of Wands over here. We've got Justice energy. And then the Three of Pentacles. The Two of Wands here seems to be about looking at your future. What does your future look like? What does life look like for you right now? And it seems about wanting to come together, working with people. There's something here about collaborating, or how to collaborate, or how to show up with a group of people is what it feels like. But if you're not seeing movement and progress, this is where the Four of Cups can come in. You're feeling a little bit disconnected, or feeling like it's just not coming to fruition, whatever this situation is. But it seems like there will be a point where this does kind of turn, okay, with this Page of Pentacles. I feel like you're going to get little gifts or little like signs from the universe here in terms of direction. The Justice energy too is talking about truth and clarity, but also something working out, something balancing out here that you've been seeking. What do we need to know about this Three of Cups? We've got the Strength energy. For some of you, I do feel you may need to approach someone or take advantage of connecting here. And that's what, again, there seems to be should I, shouldn't I energy. I don't know if there's some conversation that you want to have with a bunch of people, or there's information that you want to share, maybe of some win, but maybe you're not sure yet. Or questioning how to approach a situation. But I feel like you're being asked maybe to hold back a bit. But with this Knight of Voices, whatever that you're waiting on to hear or learn or confirm, I feel it's going to come through pretty rapidly here. Share more on this Page of Swords. Thank you, Spirit. Eight of Emotion, Ace of Voices, Seven of Voices. So Voices energy is Swords, and Emotions is Cups. So you've got the Eight of Cups showing up twice here, with and attached to the Page of Swords. So there's definitely some truth coming out here that you may learn about around a situation. Maybe some of you have been questioning if there's other people involved of this situation. Is someone talking to someone else? There could be something here that you're questioning here around a connection or a person. For some of you, that's a very direct message. If that's yours, don't take what resonates. At the same time, if it's not. But yeah, there's another energy involved here that you may be feeling a little bit unsettled about, but I feel like something is going to come towards you here. Or some news or something that you're going to take and decipher with this Page of Swords. But it seems like too that you also potentially are going to walk away from a particular energy or a particular situation because you've got some understanding now of what's kind of been happening or what's going on. This could be more gossip talk, maybe some of you are, because you still have this Nine of Pentacles here. But let's just dive in a little bit more on this High Priestess and what's potentially showing up with this High Priestess energy. So you've got the Moon, the Ace of Voices, and the Devil. Yeah, and this is where the challenge could be coming up. Maybe it's a change that you want to make for yourself. Maybe it's you've been ignoring part of your intuition. Because something here you're feeling a little bit stuck around, maybe someone's intentions, maybe someone's feelings, if someone's thinking what you're feeling around achieving something. I don't know. I just feel like you're connected to something, but you're not connected. It's like you're trying to assess an environment right now. But it's interesting because, like I said, there's something coming towards you here that you may have disconnected from. It could be around something around the home front with this Four of Wands. It could be a marriage. But to have the Devil with this, there's this, you're feeling something's not right. And something's being hidden and you're feeling it. That's what this is coming across as. 8 of Cups. 3 of Emotions, 10 of Voices. Yeah, whatever this is, you're putting an end to it. There could be for some of you a friend that maybe you trusted, or someone in your environment that you trusted, and then maybe you've realized that something wasn't right there. Maybe you don't feel, maybe they were more so competing with you energetically for something. Let's get a little bit more, because this could be like an old friend or an old situation that you've been in with a certain person. Again, it could even be in the workplace for some of you, but there's something here that I feel you're putting an end to here. 6 of Cups, what do we need to know? We've got the Ace of Cups. We've got the 9 of Inspiration. We've got the 6 of Voices with the 4 of Voices. Yeah. Some of you, I just think, are recognizing here, maybe there was an element of a situation for some of you that you maybe tried to start again if there was, some difficulties with a person, or maybe you, again, were questioning if there's this bit of on or off energy with someone. Because it seems like it's some plans or something that you're looking forward to, but amongst it, there's something that also doesn't feel connected or feel like it's moving in the right direction. I am seeing something here, but this could be someone potentially coming back around, and that's what, for some of you, it could be. But in terms of the reflection of what's happening in the past, I feel like maybe you tried again here and tried to be strong and, give something another shot. But I feel like you may recognize that it's more draining than it is supportive. The Hermit energy. So we've got the Knight of Inspiration with the 5 of Materials. And the 9 of Materials. It just feels like someone's not being very supportive, but the energy is also doesn't seem to have a great presence over you. And what I mean by that is I do feel like there's something else going on around you. I do, or in your situation, or as you're trying to accomplish something. But it also feels like for some of you, you're probably already disconnected, but really tried again. So maybe you haven't been putting your whole self into something. Or when something is kind of like that push-pull, stop-start energy, you kind of get used to it, and then it just doesn't really have much weight over you anymore. But I think you're recognizing something here around a situation that if it's going to give to you, it's going to give to you. And if it's not, it's not. And I think you're recognizing that and reflecting on that. What I do see, though, on the side of something that you are wanting to achieve, that you are trying to make happen in your life for you and your growth and your stability and your own successes, what I'm recognizing here is that coming on the other side, you're going to get some good news coming on through that's going to help push something forward. But I feel you've just got like a person or a situation kind of in between this. And if that's not directly, maybe there's parts of yourself too that you need to get clearer on in terms of a strategic direction. And this could be, what do you need to change or leave behind to succeed, to get where you want to go? Because there is something here that is contributing to your life that's taking your energy, okay? Only you can discern what that is. Maybe it's some friends, maybe it's the way someone's going out, maybe it's, again, some conversations, but something feels unaligned here with your goals and aspirations. Again, a person or something that you're doing, okay? It's coming through. So like I said, I feel a lot of you are trying to create pretty, significant change in a sense to better your life, but it just seems like there's stuff in between. I think you've been trying again towards something, and you recognize you had to move away from it, or moving away from it's in your best interest, because there's lacking some form of consistency. that's not helping you progress. And I think you're going to gain insight into that. But as I said, with the Six of Materials, the Queen of Voices, and the Three of Inspiration, something is going to work itself out once this realization happens, okay? Around a person or around a strategy or around a decision, making process of self, what you're doing as part of this equation. Because I think, again, something's going to become very clear, or some conversation is going to happen here that's going to allow you for that door or that energy to finally proceed, to finally get the green light on something, okay? So that's something to be mindful about, Pisces, as you're moving forward here. Underneath, as I said, we had the Wheel of Fortune, the Moon, and the King of Cups. And then we've got the Three of Swords also showing there. Yeah, maybe you're learning, like, someone who you thought, had your back or who cared for you. Maybe you're starting to see a little bit of a different light, but it could also be too, how are you caring for yourself? How are you supporting yourself in the things that you're wanting to achieve? And are you really reflecting on who's around you, or the type of things that you're also contributing to that could be slowing your progress or could be draining your energy in terms of making that step, making that leap, or to make that decision that you need to make to really, charge something forward in support of you. So I'm going to leave that there, dear friend. Be happy to hear in the comments below. As always, appreciate you. Let's have a great week, and I will catch you tomorrow. Bye now.